Nintendo is now suing Palworld, the creators of Palworld. So Nintendo's Pokemon patents may shed light on the Palworld lawsuit. The Palworld lawsuit doesn't sound like it's about creature design. Then what is it about? Let's find out because the second Palworld came out the game and we started looking at some of the designs. It was not shocking that eventually they would get sued by Nintendo because Nintendo is greedy. They just are. And I just want to pull up some of the designs so that you can see for yourself how it does. It literally looks like they were looking at their characters and be like, let me loosely change how this character is to make it original. So here we have their Luxray knockoff, which I think looks cooler, to be honest. It doesn't have the stupid ears. So they looked at Luxray and they're like, how can we make this Pokemon less stupid? Haha, yes. We get rid of the Dumbo ears, yes. So there's that one. There's this Pikachu knockoff. He looks pretty cool. This Vulpix knockoff. I don't think this design looks pretty divorced from that original one. So we got this Piplup one. That's pretty original too. Like you could tell they borrowed a little bit, but it does seem original. Yeah, that they would. The only thing different about this is that it's like a cow, but the face almost exactly the same, and they inverted the teeth here. Exactly the same face. Oh man. That's Slowpoke's face. Yep. Dang, man. Uh yeah, you could see they copied the oh my god. They could have thought of something that looked a little less like Empoleon's horns face or bill. That's not even a horn, that's its bill. Alright, yeah, that looks very similar, except it's not a zebra. So rendered the colors differently. I think that one's pretty pretty safe. This looks very similar. Same colors. Looks like an original character though. Yeah, I think that's a stretch. Yeah, that's Egyptian Lucario right there. Yeah, Electabuzz, very similar. So it's not surprising to me that Nintendo would sue them, but let's read a little bit more about what the actual lawsuit entails. So the Pokemon Company and Nintendo are suing Palworld developer Pocket Pair in Tokyo court over patent infringement. The company announced jointly on Wednesday Pocket Pair responded to the lawsuit in a news release saying it was unaware of the specific patents it's accused of infringing upon without court documents or specifics from the Pokemon Company. There's no real way of knowing exactly what Nintendo and the Pokemon Company are looking at, but the use of patent infringements as opposed to copyright infringements means this case likely isn't about creature design. So they're not actually going after them about creature designs. The conversation around Palworld has largely been around its Pokemon-like pals, which do bear similarities to Pokemon. Take a look at Palworld's Landball, for example. Its appearance is quite similar to a Pokemon Wooloo. So we just went over the appearances of some of these Pokemon. But Nintendo and the Pokemon Company announcement on Thursday crucially did not include any mention of the copyright infringement. Instead, it cited patent breaches and it suggests that the lawsuit may involve the similarities in game mechanics and not creatures. Well, I played Palworld, and the only mechanics that are similar is how you catch the pal. But other than that, it's a survival game. Really, is what it is. And there's they've definitely taken liberties in how they've gone about actually how the game played. So it's not exactly play by play what you do in Pokemon. So I think the mechanics are different enough where I don't think Nintendo really has a strong case here. Nintendo has a ton of patents globally, but this specific lawsuit is currently only in Japanese courts. Nintendo patents are all sorts of technical processes it uses in its games, be it information processes, Yeah, you wouldn't know that they use any technical processes based off of the last games they released, Pokemon Violet and Pokemon Scarlet, because those games suck. They're just really awful, and very buggy. And I didn't notice that about Palworld. It wasn't super. It's been months since Nintendo said it's investigating Pocket Pair and Palworld, and that's likely because they've been digging into the game to see what could apply patent-wise. So maybe they have like the storage system for the pals they could do something with, but I'm not sure how things are going to go in a Japanese court. So I don't know what's going to happen. Now, Palworld did release a statement, which we'll read in just a minute, but they did respond to this. I'm just going to read their response. All right. Regarding the lawsuit, yesterday a lawsuit was filed against our company for patent infringement. We have received notice of this lawsuit and will begin the appropriate legal proceedings and investigations into the claims of the patent infringement. At this moment, we are unaware of the specific patents we are accused of infringing upon, and we have not been notified of such details. So they don't even know. Pocket Pair is a small indie game company based in Tokyo, Argo. Okay, so they are going to be subject to the courts there. Our goal as a company has always been to create fun games. We will continue to pursue this goal around the world. Palworld was a surprise success this year, both for gamers and for us. We were blown away by the amazing response to the game and have been working hard to make it even better for our fans. We will continue improving Palworld and strive to create a game that our fans can be proud of. It is truly unfortunate that we will be forced to allocate significant time to matters unrelated to game development due to this lawsuit. However, we will do our utmost for our fans to ensure that the indie game developers are not hindered or discouraged from pursuing their creative ideas. We apologize to our fans and supporters for any worry or discomfort this news has caused. As always, thank you for your support of Pal World and Pocket Pair. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they're going to be able to do, but there are there are definitely I mean, that's like a combination between Salamence, Latios, and Latias, all fused into one. And their Wooloo does look a lot like whatever this pal is. So I think if anything, they said it's not related to the character. So I don't know, man. I don't know what Nintendo's got, but maybe they can monopolize on the fact that they have a Pokeball like feature in the game to catch these pals and that whole catching like mechanic. But I don't know. I don't think that's exactly fair. So I don't know how that's going to work out. I don't know how it's going to pan out. But Nintendo is greedy, man. So you know they will not hesitate to shut down any competition. And Palworld was definitely competition. Man, I had hoped that they learned from Palworld's success and thought to introduce some new mechanics to their games because their games have just not been on point for a very long time. I think the last game that was different and innovative was Legends of Arceus, which it looks like they actually took note of. And they're releasing, I think it's I don't know, some new Pokemon game that follows that story in Arceus. So that should be good. And they're also bringing back Mega Evolutions, which I think is cool. But it's been one gimmick after another with those games, and people are tired of it. So when you see a game like Palworld come out, it's just a breath of fresh air. It's just something different, something exciting, not the same thing rinse and repeat over and over again, or trying new mechanics that are just awful. So it's like you can create a fun and innovative game, and they prove that with Legends of Arceus, while tweaking the mechanics a little bit. But then they went backwards with Pokemon Violet and Pokemon Scarlet, and they released a really buggy, crappy game. So there's that. So we'll see what happens with this. I hope Palworld is able to fend them off. When you have you know, I mean, let me see. I don't even know Nintendo's net worth. Let me see. Nintendo net Yeah, when you have a multi-billion-dollar company coming after you, you're gonna need to have all your ducks in a row. Jesus, man. 62.55 billion as of September 20th, 2024. Dang. Yeah, Godspeed to Palworld because I do not. I think they're in trouble. I do. Um, Especially if Nintendo felt that they wouldn't go forward with this lawsuit if they didn't think they had a case, or maybe they're just trying to intimidate them. I don't know. We'll see. Only time will tell.